Good morning, children, and welcome to your computer class. I hope you are enjoying your online classes and you're doing great. So, children, I also hope that you have done and revised your chapter 1 in computer properly and done the assignment given by me. So, today we are going to start with new chapter, that is how do computers work. First, we will be doing the reading of the chapter. So, let's get started. IPO Cycle. Machines are not designed to work by themselves. They require something from us to work upon. It is called an input. The machine makes changes to the input, which is called the process. Finally, it gives the result called as the output. This cycle is called the input process output cycle or IPO cycle. The IPO cycle is followed by all machines. To understand this cycle, let us take the example of a microwave oven. What do we put in the microwave oven? We put food in it. So, the input is food. What does the microwave oven do to the food? It heats it. So the process is heating. What do we finally get from the microwave oven? We get hot food. So the input is hot food. Input cold food, process heating of food, output hot food. Let's read the first fact. Charles Babbage, the father of computers, gave the concept of input, process, output cycle in early computing machines. Computer follows the IPO cycle. Just like other machines, a computer also follows the input, process, output cycle. Look at the following example. We give data and instructions to the computer, which becomes the input. The computer processes the data according to the instructions given by us. Finally, we give the information which is the output. In the given example, add 3 plus 4 is the input. Addition is the process, 7 is the output. Therefore, we can say that a computer is an electronic device that accepts data and instructions, processes it and gives an output. Now let's read data or information. The data that we give to the computer are the raw facts and figures. In the above example, 3 and 4 are data. But this data is meaningless for us. We want the sum of these two numbers. When the computer gives the output as 7, we call it information. Information is processed data. It is meaningful. Information is the data that we need. And with this, we have completed reading the chapter. Now let me explain you what is an IPO cycle and how the machines work with an IPO cycle. So let us understand how does a computer work. Now learning about the working system of computers through the input, process, output cycle. So you already know that a computer has many parts. Do you remember them? Look at the picture below and tell the different parts of the computer. This is monitor. Which part is this? This is the CPU. What is the name of this part? Yes, this is the keyboard. And what is the name of this part? Yes, this is the mouse. Okay, now tell me How does a computer work? There are three steps: the input, process, output cycle. One simple example can explain you input, process and output cycle. When your mother prepares a glass of banana shake for you, how does she go about it? First, step 1, input. First, she puts the peeled bananas, milk and sugar into the blender. This is input. Step 2, process. Next, she switches on the blender. The blades of the blender rotate and mix the banana, sugar and milk thoroughly. This is the process. Step 3, output. Finally, a delicious banana shake comes out of the blender, ready for drinking. This is output. In the same way, to do any work in computer, you have to follow these three simple steps: input, process, output. This is known as the IPO cycle. I for input, P for process, O for output. Input. The input consists of the data and instructions we put into the computer. Process. The computer then works on the data by using instructions. And finally, the output is the result we get after processing is. So let us understand IPO cycle with some more examples, like sharpening pencil. So in this example, input is the blunt pencil or unsharpened pencil. Process is sharpening pencil with a sharpener. And the final output is sharpened pencil. Similarly, in washing machine, input is the dirty clothes, process is the cleaning of the clothes, and output is the cleaned clothes. So children, do you understand IPO cycle with those examples? Everything in our real life works on an IPO cycle. Similarly, our body also works an IPO cycle. Like eyes and ears, they are receptors. They receive information. The brain processes the same and starts thinking. The instructions taken by ears or seen by the eyes. Then the brain starts giving command to our mouth, to our hands to work as per the instructions. So this process is called an IPO cycle of our body. Now let us understand more on IPO cycle with this following example. Here, add is the instruction given to the computer, data is 3 plus 4 and information is 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. 7 is the output. So add 3 plus 4 is the input. When we say to the computer that add 3 plus 4, it's the input. When computer starts adding the numbers 3 and 4, that is process. And when we get the result, the final result output 7, number 7, that is output. When we give the input like 2, 5 and plus to the computer, then the computer processes 2 plus 5 and gives the output 7. So 7 is the output, 2 plus 5 is the process, and 2 and 5 is input, and plus is the instruction that we give to the computer. Now let us understand what is data and information. In computer studies, data means words, numbers, sounds and pictures which are entered as input in the computer. Information means the output that is displayed after the data has been processed. So my dear children, I hope you have understood the IPO cycle, data and information. Now let us quickly do the recap. Input, process, output cycle is followed by all the machines including the computers. Data and instructions given to the computer are called input. What the computer does to the input is called processing. The final product or result from a computer is called the output. IPO cycle, an input process output cycle followed by all machines to work properly. With this, children, I hope you have understood the concept covered in this chapter. Also, you have to do the worksheet and assignment that I will be giving you along with this video. Thanks for watching and have a great day.